Hey, hey. Hey, Daryl here. This is my daily devotional. Samson is quite the character, as recorded in the book of Judges. His wife gave the answer to the riddle to the Philistines. And Samson was angry. He knew they couldn't have figured out that riddle. So he was angry at his wife, and he went back to his father's house. Well, when he did that, his wife's father gave her to one of Samson's friends. After Samson had cooled down a little bit, he came back to see his wife and learned from his supposed father-in-law that I gave her away to one of your friends. And then he said, "Here, take her sister. She's prettier anyway." Listen, you can't believe this. In Judges chapter 15, later on, at the time of wheat harvest, Samson took a young goat, went to visit his wife. He said, "I'm going to my wife's room," but her father would not let him go in. "I was so sure you thoroughly hated her," he said, "that I gave her to your friend. Isn't her younger sister more attractive? Take her instead." Now Samson is boiling. He is angry. Now he's out to take revenge on all the Philistines. Now remember, the Philistines were oppressors to Israel right now. Israel were servants to the Philistines. So anything that he would do would just cause great anger in the Philistines and make their oppression of the Israelites greater. So we're reading now in chapter 15, verse 4. So this is what Samson did. He went out and caught 300 fox and tied them tail to tail in pairs. He then fastened a torch to every pair of tails, lit the torches, and let the foxes loose in the standing grain of the Philistines. He burned up the shocks and the standing grain, together with the vineyards and the olive groves. When the Philistines asked, "Who did this?" they were told, "Samson, that Timnite's son-in-law," because his wife was given to a friend. And so the Philistines went and they burned up his wife. So the Philistines went up and burned her and her father to death. And Samson said to them, "Since you've acted like this, I won't stop until I get my revenge on you." So the Philistines went up and camped in Judah, spreading out near Lehi. And so now there's a battle going on. We see Samson returning to his people, the Israelites. And now the Philistines are going to attack the Israelites if they don't turn over Samson, who had just burned all their crops and burned all their grapevines. And so they come to Samson and they say, "We need to tie you up and turn you over to them." Samson said, "You promise you won't kill me?" And they said, "Yeah, we won't kill you, but we got to tie you up and turn you over." And so that's what they did. They took new ropes, it says, and tied him up. Verse 13 of chapter 15. They answered, "We will only tie you up and hand you over to them. We will not kill you." So they bound him with 2 new ropes and led him up from the rock. As he approached Lehi, the Philistines came toward him shouting. Now they're coming to get him. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him. The ropes on his arms became like charred flax, and the bindings dropped from his hands. This is the good part. You ready? Finding a fresh jawbone of a donkey, he grabbed it and struck down 1,000 men. Then Samson said, "With a donkey's jawbone, I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey's jawbone, I have killed 1,000 men." Now it goes on and says in verse 20, Samson led Israel for 20 years in the days of the Philistines. So God came upon Samson in power when he ripped that lion apart. He came upon him with power when he killed 1,000 of the Philistines with a donkey's jawbone. Oh, when the power of the Lord comes upon you, it's amazing what can go on. And now at this time, because of his victory, Samson leads Israel for 20 years. God bless you. Good day.